What's up, horror freaks? I'm your undead horror guide, Bony Stiff, and welcome back to the Emporium of Dread.
Play with us.
With the dog days of summer creeping in like a slow burn slasher, there's no better way to beat the heat than cranking up the AC, locking the doors, and diving into some good old classic horror. So I figure what better time to launch a brand new video series. One where yours truly digs up a vintage fright flick, dusts it off, and gives you my very stiff thoughts. I call it Stiff Reactions.
Make it a stiff one, Buster, and make it snappy.
And for our first trip down horror nostalgia lane, we're kicking things off with a sci-fi horror classic, The Tingler. So buckle up, boils and ghouls, this one's gonna get weird.
What we need is a female victim of sudden death. Can you do it?
He's gone from here. The evil is gone.
We must create from the beginning. We must build up our own creature. Build it up from nothing.
What an excellent take for an exorcism.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
It is entitled Naturam de Manto, roughly translated, Book of the Dead.
Whatever you do, don't fall asleep.
Alright, before we unleash the madness, let's take a quick sneak peek inside the coffin and talk about The Tingler. Released in 1959, this sci-fi horror oddity came from the twisted genius of William Castle, the king of the movie gimmick. This was the guy who wired theater seats with buzzers, handed out fake life insurance policies, and even once rigged a skeleton to fly over the audience. Basically, if Barnum and Hitchcock had a spooky baby, it'd be Castle. The Tingler was his mad scientist masterpiece. In this one, we have Vincent Price, who plays a scientist who discovers a creepy, crawly creature living in our spines that feeds on fear. And the only way to stop it? Scream! That's right, folks. Scream, or this thing will tingle your vertebrae like it's ringing the dinner bell. The cast includes the always smooth Vincent Price, the genre's golden boy of creepy charm, along with Judith Evelyn and Daryl Hickman, and a creature that looks like a rubber lobster who got into the Halloween candy early. It's part creature feature, part mad scientist flick, and 100% castle-level weird. Alright, now that we've brushed up on the basics, let's get to the real reason you're here. Let's crack this coffin open and see just how strange the Tingler really gets. Roll the weirdness.
And now, on with the show.
I am William Castle, the director of the motion picture you're about to see.
I used to masturbate constantly.
These, unfortunate, sensitive people will at times feel a strange, tingling sensation.
UKY brand, yours and mine.
At any time you are conscious of a tingling sensation, don't be embarrassed about opening your mouth and letting rip with all you've got.
Hey, lady! Oh, not again!
Because the person in the seat right next to you will probably be screaming too.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
A scream at the right time may save your life.
It's nothing.
Sounds like something.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm nobody now.
Look, unless you got business here,
I won't bother you. I won't get in your way.
You gotta have a pass to come in here.
Oh. Well, let's do.
Shall not pass!
Try putting an electrode soaked in saline solution on your head and another one strapped to your leg and then slamming 2,000 volts between them.
Oh, no more Yankee, my wanky.
This man's vertebrae are cracked. They're nearly splintered in two. Electricity had nothing to do with this.
Your feet and hands go down, but you gotta stay up. Twister!
There's a force in all of us that science knows nothing about.
I gotta hunt. I gotta...
Tingle? It can do a great deal more than that. Fear causes tremendous tensions in the body. If you can't relieve those tensions, why can't they become strong enough to kill you?
I'm Never thought of it that way. There aren't many theaters like this left. You'd be surprised, though, how many people come to see these old pictures. I'm going upstairs and make some coffee. Listen, I'll open up later. It's kind of old-fashioned, but she likes it this way.
It places the lotion in the basket.
You know, you ought to come sometime, Doc. She has to wash her hands first. She's deaf and dumb.
Did you notice how rigid she became just before she fainted? Hi, Lucy. Where's my devoted wife? Lucy, as soon as David and I have finished this experiment we're on, well, I'll have more time for her. He'll have more for you. Things will be different.
Have
you had any dinner?
I'm starving.
Cut my head off. You ever chase a cat down a back alley? I'm lucky to be alive.
The thought of busting makes me feel all dirty.
Did you get one?
A big black brute. Trouble is, I don't think we can scare him.
You hear me talking, hillbilly boy? I'ma get medieval on your ass.
I got the prescription for you.
Oh, good. You know, from the articles I've read, this is a very interesting drug.
Now, please don't fool with that stuff alone, Warren. It can produce pretty weird effects.
Her unreleased tensions grow so great that she goes into psychosomatic blackout.
Lift me!
There's something inside every frightened person that's as solid as steel. The Tingler.
He's inside me, and he wants to take me again.
Don't keep David out too late because he has a hard day in the laboratory tomorrow.
We're going streaking through the quad and into the gymnasium. Come on, everybody!
I do wish you wouldn't stand around in the dark.
You were scared, weren't you?
Don't tell me you've abandoned corpses for peeping out of windows. You know, Warren, you've lost contact with living people.
Do you have to open graves to find girls to fall in love with?
Who knows? The next time you sleep, it may be forever.
Toto, I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
You see, you're a good teacher, darling. You've taught me how to get what I want, no matter who gets hurt.
I gotta call the police!
Bad boys! But thanks for helping with the experiment. You played your part excellently. I was going to use this cat, but you made a much better subject. Come on, I've got something to show you. See anything unusual?
Wow, look at that. The Tingler.
It must be.
Could the Tingler be actually alive?
The Tingler is a solid mass extending from the coccyx to the cervicals. I think that an autopsy would give us a Tingler that we could work with. The only way I can frighten myself is to make it real. I want to personally sense the power of the Tingler.
Can you see anything?
Something is scaring.
How's it going?
The walls. The walls. The effect of that acid must wear off naturally. The deaf mute can't scream.
Would you like me to check you over? Now, I'm going to give you a shot to relax you. Sleeping pills. They won't hurt you. How much?
I have time to have a beer, don't I, Doc?
Sure.
Toga!
It seems as if our assistant is being cut into pieces.
Does your life change once a month because of your period?
Hello.
You fucking creep!
He said, why does the back door slam every time I come in the front door?
Well, it couldn't have been that shot you gave her, could it, Doc? My God, she's alive.
Well, sometimes that is better.
The Tingler.
Let's celebrate finding the Tingler. Here's to the Tingler. First about the Tingler. Is it really so dangerous?
Tremendous power.
Well, what are you going to do with it?
You know, Warren, doctors are going to be amazed when they see the Tingler.
They're not going to see it. That the Tingler exists in every human being we now know. Look at that Tingler, Dave. It's an ugly and dangerous thing. Fear made that Tingler grow from microscopic size to this.
What are you going to do, Doc?
I'm gonna come.
First, I'm going to put the Tingler back where it came from.
That's impossible!
Ollie, dear. The Tingler is in the theater.
Give me some sugar, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, please do not panic, but scream! Scream for your lives! The Tingler is loose in this theater, and if you don't scream, it may kill you.
Help! Help! Look out, it's under the seat!
Ladies and gentlemen,
under the seat!
the Tingler has been paralyzed by your screaming. There is no more danger.
We weren't doing anything.
All right, give me the Tingler now.
I wish I knew how to quit you.
Ollie, look, all I have to do is go downstairs and call the police.
I'll be watching you.
Bye, Ollie.
Well, horror freaks, after crawling through spinal parasites, rubber monsters, and the most dramatic screaming this side of a daytime soap opera, it's time to fire up the old stiffometer and see where the Tingler lands on the scale of cinematic dread.
Give my creation!
Ah, electrocuted in the bathtub while watching a Castle double feature. The Tingler may not be scary by today's standards, but with Vincent Price hamming it up with William Castle's seat-shocking shenanigans, this flick is pure spooky fun. It's a love letter to theatrical horror showmanship, and honestly, I wish theaters still tried nonsense like this today. Just imagine someone rigging up your AMC seat to jolt you during The Nun 3. Well, actually, maybe I don't want that smoke. Got a favorite William Castle flick? Or a horror movie so weird I have to react to it? Drop it in the comments like a cursed VHS tape. I'm always digging through the crypt for your freaky suggestions. If you enjoyed this little trip down horror memory lane, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stab that notification bell like it owes you rent, so you never miss another trip to the Emporium. And hey, if you're the social media type, come hop me over there. That's where I post sneak peeks, horror memes, behind the scenes, and whatever other cursed nonsense I find on the internet that day. Well, until next time, horror freaks, keep the lights low and stay stiff.
Warning signs of satanic behavior.